Hi, I'm Carolina with Always Expect More, and today I'm going to show you how to make this little quilted pincushion. Ready? Let's get started. To make this pincushion, you'll need 7 strips of fabric. These are 2.5-inch pre-cut strips, or you can cut your own. You'll need some fusible fleece, a ruler, rotary cutter, a little bit of polyfill, a spoon or a funnel would work, and crushed walnut shells. The crushed walnut shells will be the filling that goes inside our pincushion. We could use the polyfill and really compress it in there, but you'll find that if you do that, it gets really hard to put your pins in. The crushed walnut shells are so much easier for putting your pins in and out. You can find crushed walnut shells at most pet supply stores. Start by cutting your fabric. You'll need to pick one fabric for your background. Set that one aside. From your remaining strips, cut 1.5-inch pieces. Once you have your pieces cut out, we're ready to sew them together. Use a 1/4-inch seam and sew them in whatever order you like. Once you have 2 sewn together, add your 3rd, and keep adding as you go on. Once you have all your pieces sewn together, you'll need to cut a 2.5-inch by 5.5-inch piece of your fusible fleece. All your pieces are sewn together. You can press all your seams at the same time. Your fusible fleece will have a smooth side and one side that's either bumpy or has fusible on it. Put the fusible side on the back and press in place. Now we're ready to quilt our pincushion top. You can use a walking foot if you like, but since the fusible fleece is fused to the top, you don't need to. Quilt using whatever design you like. We're going to use a crosshatch. Cut your back to the same size as your front, then put them right sides together. If you like to pin, you can pin all the way around. With a piece this small, I generally don't. We're going to sew all the way around, leaving about a 2-inch hole in the center for turning right side out. When you reach a corner, put your needle down, lift your presser foot up, turn 90 degrees, put your presser foot back down, and keep stitching. Before we turn our pincushion right side out, we want to clip our corners. Clip about 2 to 3 threads from the corner. You want to make sure that you don't actually clip where you've stitched, or you'll end up with a hole in your pincushion. Now we can turn it right side out. You can use a pen, your fingers, or the back of a spoon to push out the corners. Fill with your crushed walnut shells. As you fill, really make sure you press the walnut shells in there. They will settle over time. Once you've completely stuffed your pincushion, we'll need to stitch it shut. But if you try to stitch it shut like this, you'll end up with walnut shells everywhere. The solution is grab a little bit of polyfill and cover your hole, keeping the walnut shells tucked inside. You can stitch your pincushion closed using whatever stitch you like. I like to use a ladder stitch because it's virtually invisible when you close it. Start by burying your thread and bringing it up. 3 stitches in place will secure your thread. Now match up your 2 sides as best you can. Bring your thread across and take a stitch. Bring it exactly across to the other side and take a stitch out of that side. Keep going all the way across using small stitches. Remember, we don't want these crushed walnut shells to end up everywhere in our sewing room. When you get to the end, 3 stitches in place will secure your seam. Then just bury your thread. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make this little quilted pincushion. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe for more crafty awesomeness, and check out the details below.